Alex Flores offers his unique take on Cuban cuisine from his food truck, Twisted Cuban.
I'm about to fulfill a personal ambition of my very own.
We're making Alex's Cuban sandwich.
We have pork, it's the rear rump of the pork, mustard, pickles, ham, Swiss cheese, and Cuban bread.
What's the first step in getting this lovely pork going?
The first step is to apply our spices. We have the kosher salt.
How much?
That's good.
And then with the pepper, chef?
Very little.
How's that, boss?
That looks wonderful.
Garlic?
A little bit heavier on the garlic. We love garlic.
Spices are integral to Cuban cooking, but as this is a large piece of meat, we're not holding back. Next up is dried onion powder, followed by paprika, cumin, oregano, and finally a special spice.
This is called adobo completo. This is a very traditional Cuban spice.
Ooh.
All different types of citrus and herbs in there. Okay, the wet marinade, this is orange juice, sour orange, and lime juice in there.
Which is actually used with a lot of Cuban cooking, is it? Zesty, citrus, and this is?
This is the mojo criollo.
Mojo criollo is a traditional sauce made using olive oil, garlic herbs, and citrus juice.
So should I cover this with foil?
Absolutely.
So into the oven. After 12 hours, inside here should be magic. So this just smells divine.
And this is how you know that it's done.
Wow. Gosh, this is going to be a good sandwich. So, is this a sort of cooking you grew up with? Is this something you've always known in your life?
Every time I smell this, it reminds me of home. This can be served with rice and beans at a traditional Cuban home.
And now, what type of bread is this?
It's Cuban bread. It's crusty on the outside, and it's nice and tender in the inside.
It wouldn't be a Cuban sandwich at all, but you could use ciabatta. That would be the next thing for us to work with, I think.
This is a classic plain yellow mustard. Next up are pickles. Andy, go ahead and start layering those pickles in there. The next layer is going to be your favorite.
Am I just layering it on top?
Correct. I need to hurry up, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, no. Sorry, chef. And this is just plain boiled ham, is it?
That's plain boiled ham. It has a great flavor, great texture to it.
Next, the cheese.
You want to layer it so every bite has cheesy goodness in it as well.
Right, Alex, onto the griddle?
Onto the griddle. Andy, one last thing. This is something that makes it all the much better. We put some butter right on top, and this will help get that crunchy texture on top. And now we just close it, and put it to bed. We'll have it in a minute.
But before I devour the Cuban sandwich, here's a reminder of how it's done. First, add the dry spices to the pork, salt, pepper, garlic, dried onion powder, paprika, cumin, oregano, and adobo completo. And then the wet seasoning, orange, sour orange, and lime juice, and the mojo criollo. Now slow roast on a medium heat for 12 hours. To build the sandwich, start with the mustard on the bottom, then pickles, the pulled pork, boiled ham, and then the Swiss cheese, and griddle for around 7 minutes.
Right, the moment of truth. Oh, it's so tender and cheesy. Most of all, there's just so much taste, isn't there?
There is. It's all compact and a nice little sandwich. Well, there's nothing little about it.
You can either watch me or join in with me, Alex.
I think I'll join in with you.
Ah, oh, good.
Now the pinch of salt, and this is going to bring out the moisture in the shallots and stop it colouring too much in the pan. Then with the pan nice and hot, add the lobster. A good knob of butter to make it really rich. And then baste the lobster as you cook it. Then once cooked, transfer to a plate and rest.